Crossing the Line is not a show intended to bully or harass anyone. Do not go out of your way to mess with the authors who write these fanfics. They make what we do possible. Thanks. Enjoy.
Introducing Soul. He ain't a junkie, but he drews a lot. It's fair. Let's go get him. Soul leader. Can't handle us. So cool, baby, scandalous. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So cool, baby.
Welcome to Crossing the Line, a fanfiction podcast where we read, review, and critique fanfiction for your listening pleasure. I'm George G. Poole. As always, we've got Elias Viva Vlogs.
Hello.
And Stephen Bluebreed.
I'm Blue Eater. I'm like, let's see, what's the lore? I eat 99 souls and then a witch soul and then I'm a death scythe.
And then a witch's ass and then you're a death
Yeah, now you're thinking,
my boy right there, let's
go! Yeah.
I was going to bring this up, Elias. How come you never talk about your horniness?
I think I've moved past that point in my life. I mean, sort of. I mean, I used to live on my own, so I sort of, like, had infinite hentai in front of me. And I got to, like, invite people over to my house, and I got that out. You know, now I live with a significant other, and I don't have a lot of computer time to myself.
Different strokes,
That
different
sounds
folks.
so sad.
I mean, it's fine.
It must be horrible not being able to purchase Honey Pop 2 Double Date. Now available on Steam,
Yeah,
GOG, Faku, Nataku.
You just played Honey Pop 2. What do you think?
I love it.
Hell yeah.
You gonna 100% it?
Probably. I've maxed out all the stats within a week and beat the final boss, which is hilarious to say that there's a final boss in that kind of game. But there is. And it was really fun. I had a great time. I loved the first one. The puzzle mechanics are very up my alley, and I enjoyed it a lot. If you like puzzle games and horny bitches, you'll like it too.
Yeah. Can't wait to play it. I will eventually.
Yeah. I remember people were systematically coming over to your house to play the first one.
Yes, I assume I had a torrent of it because I don't have many of the save files in Steam anymore. But yes, there were 4 profiles that were like almost maxed on my account. We would have sleepovers at my house or my mom's house. My mom had like a downstairs and upstairs, and I just had the entire upstairs floor to myself. So my friends would come over and stay the night, and they would just like play Honey Pop all night. And then we'd wake up at like 4 a.m, and they'd just be like there playing Honey Pop.
I remember the night we played Kramer's Hentai Adventure and then watched Home Alone 2 that you bought from a 7-Eleven on the projector on the wall. And then I woke up in the middle of the night and our friend Devin was watching a porno called Hello Titty on the projector on the wall. And then I just went back to sleep. It wasn't worth talking about at the time.
Hello, Titty.
Volume 10.
Good.
I mean, like,
which was another porn DVD you had and was being played on your PS2.
So it's from a con hentai grab bag.
Those were the days when you could go get hentai grab bags at anime conventions.
And you would just leave the discs and the Bible in the hotel room.
What was it? Big Dicks, Tiny Chicks?
Yes, that was one.
Down in Leviticus?
Yeah. The classic.
Wear a mask so we can go back to con culture, please.
Yes, please.
Yes.
I want to go to MegaCon or something.
Please, I want to go to
MomoCon, DragoCon,
Unicon.
CanoCon.
Canada. You drive up to MomoCon and see whatever's there.
Do a Crossing the Line meet and greet with all our favorite friends in Atlanta, Georgia.
It's true, it's true. All the perfect guests are right there.
You guys ever see any Hot Soul Eater cosplayers at anime cons?
I've seen some decent Medusas.
I've seen a couple Blairs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to bring this conversation back to Soul Eater.
One of my coworkers cosplayed as Medusa. That I worked at a tea company last, and I used to work with a girl who's my like production manager, and she said she cosplayed Medusa and showed me, and I didn't really think of her that way, so it wasn't very comfortable, but it was a sexy cosplay, I would say.
Oh, good.
It's like, please don't show me that. Thank you.
Please, we have to keep this professional, please.
Please, no.
Please, no. No.
The picture's like loading. He's like, oh no.
Holding the phone out, loading. Like, I don't want it. No, don't load.
Stop it!
Goodness.
Anyway, who wants to talk about Soul Eater? Why do they like it?
Yeah, what is our experience with Soul Eater? We all watched the anime. You read the manga on your PSP.
Not only did I read the manga on my PSP, I watched the anime on my 3DS.
Hell
Whoa.
yeah.
3DS Netflix is so funny.
It was Soul Eater was the very first anime I went out of my way to watch, as in like the first show I saw that wasn't just on cable TV. I watched it on Netflix on my 3DS when I was supposed to be in bed. But I was watching like an episode or two at night and I fell in love with it. And then I read the manga on my PSP, and sometimes the pictures would load with really poor resolution, and I would just deal with it. But I read the entirety of it on there.
Mm-hmm.
Manga's
Those were
really
the
good.
days. It is good. It diverges quite a bit, and then it becomes a completely different story.
Mm-hmm.
It's very cool. It's very fun. It's very artistic.
Yeah.
Just when you think of a general anime, you kind of have a general picture of it, and so like a lot of the art characters do kind of fall in line with that, but at the same time, the proportions feel more unique, and there's a lot more fun expressions that they're drawn, especially when he does all the crazy hatching all over the pages.
Oh yeah, holy shit.
I liked Soul Eater not. I thought it was funny,
Mm-hmm.
but I couldn't sit through an episode of the anime, but I liked the manga.
I just read it, and it read like a one shot that went on too long.
Like how I remember it, I haven't read them since they came out in America, but like I remember the last one was the one that finally felt like Soul Eater.
Yeah, that was the only one that had any action, like final little arc.
And then it's like, oh, it's over.
Yeah.
Now he's making Fire Force. Okay.
I heard Fire Force has gotten good.
I like Fire Force. I liked it okay.
I tried.
It's a very slow burn kind of show. No pun intended, but anyway.
Firefighting uniforms make for horrible fighting outlines.
Every
Character is fat and stumpy.
Not when they fight. Like it blows in the wind. It's more like a cape when they actually fight. It's
Not in the manga.
Oh really? Oh
No,
Lord.
they are wearing those jackets,
Oh,
and they
that's a
look
shame.
very thick.
Ah.
And it makes
Yeah.
for really like stiff looking like shots.
The early stuff in the manga is very not interesting, but apparently it gets good.
There's the one girl that's just a walking sex icon.
That was my one issue when I started fucking watching the anime. There's just the chick with the cat flames, and her entire stock is that she's like a walking like fan service machine.
And if Blue Breed can say that,
Look,
that
if
means something.
Yeah, like, don't get me wrong, we had Blair in Soul Eater, but at the same time, too, at least Blair wasn't there, like, trying to be a main character. She was at home as the fucking cat.
She didn't
This is
walk up, get groped immediately, trip, and have
fucking
heroes.
upskirt.
Have Hero's hands slide into her open ass cheeks.
Into her open ass cheeks, and then they try to put her into like this sad story with like one of the main bad guys, and it's like, I can't take you seriously when you cry. I've seen your ass.
I fucking hate main character's quirk where he grins like a freaking demon. It's so introduced so poorly. And it's like, oh, he's smiling because of a nervous tick, but actually he's sad that his mom died.
It's that I actually like. The anime like introduces that in a really like digestible way for me. My problem is that if that's a tick, why aren't his eyes different? Like, he looks like he's smirking, but if that's just a tick, his eyes should show a different emotion than his mouth. That's what would have made it work, but because he just looks like he's grinning all the time, I can't buy it.
He just turned the Okubo grin into a gag.
Yeah.
He's like, this is,
God.
I like drawing this. I'm gonna do it all the time.
And that's such a cool thing for a character. I like that. That's what makes it hurt the most. Ugh.
That reminded me when you said that you get a sad backstory, even though she's supposed to be the fan service character, of the guy that's like talking to the girls on OnlyFans that are like, I'm gonna kill myself, and they're like, no babe, don't kill yourself, you're so sexy. That text, I don't know exactly what it says, something like that.
Even so, there is a really good female main character in that show. She has really good muscles.
I do like her. She's drawn very well, and she seems like a reasonable human being.
She's very no-nonsense, and she's made to be stronger than both of the main characters from the very beginning, which I appreciate.
Yeah, she's cool.
Soul Eater has a lot going on with the character designs. I forgot, like, I read it not too long ago, and, like, there's a lot going on.
They've got those perfect editions out now, those hardcovers that are nice. You can collect them.
Whoa.
Yeah, they're bigger books. They're about roughly 1.5 volumes worth, so it's going to be less overall, and they're hardcover. They're nice. Mm-hmm. All the covers are, like, new art by Okubo, too.
Oh, interesting. I wonder how his art style's progressed. I haven't really caught up with Fire Force, but I even, like, partway through, it was looking different.
I remember, we might have talked about this on the podcast already, but I remember when we were at the bookstore, I saw a copy of Boichi for like $2, and I was going to get it because I was like, whoa, this is like pre-Soul Eater Okubo, let's check this out. And like the very first page, it starts off with a character monologuing like, humans only use about 20% of their brain power, and I just closed it and put it back.
No. I specifically remember you turning to me and going, oh, it's one of those. It's one of these.
It's like, I can't do this. I can't live in this entire anime world where that's the subject.
Oh my god.
Favorite Soul Eater character?
Soul before the season 2 redesign.
That's fair.
The season 2 redesign, I appreciate they scaled it back to something more realistic, but at the same time too, like, there's a such thing as taking a trademark look away. That's like if they made...
Oh yeah, Soul's first look is iconic, and he looks so, like, bland and boring. Like, maybe it's to signify he's more mature or something, but his first look is so iconic.
It makes him phase into the background a lot. Like, he lacks a lot of his presence without those clothes, and that's upsetting.
Like... Especially the headband, especially, but like he's got the iconic jacket and then the red pants.
Right. I remember specifically in high school, this is cringy as shit, but I looked up how to be like Soul Eater. I remember on the wiki how one of the big points was like, always be cool. It's, and like it goes on to explain, never be like Maka. Don't be studious.
Fuck off. Maka's the best.
Maka's great too.
This meme was by Maka Gang.
Let's see. Soul before the clothes change and he got shafted, sort of.
What about Mosquito?
Mosquito. I like his design. Like, I like his concept. Just a big mosquito dude. I don't understand how his power works, but I don't know how that ties into mosquitoes at all, but...
Because he's got a big nose.
Just the fact that...
But then he becomes a vampire gimmick instead.
Right. I just didn't understand.
But that's in the manga.
Yeah, I was talking about like how in the anime, like he reverses time and it makes him like bigger and stronger.
It's like this is how strong I was 200 years ago.
Why don't you just stay in that form? Why? It's like,
Then he got cut in half and it looked like a gag.
Right.
It was perfectly like cut.
The like 60 frames a minute.
By the way, I hope you've seen Soul Eater. If you're listening to this, go watch it, read it if you haven't. It's very good.
Oh yeah, a lot of good side characters for sure. I liked early on when it was almost like what's that term? The friggin' Monster of the Week deal where they were fighting like different characters that kind of became part of the crew. Like I liked when they fought the fucking Frankenstein zombie teacher.
Oh yeah, Sid.
He's like ding dong dong ding, and he fucking clubbed him over the head with a fucking headstone.
And they threatened to upskirt Maka to get information out of him.
Oh, that was a good day.
I like the chainsaw guy's design. It's cool.
Oh, absolutely.
Giriko.
Yeah.
He played such a weirdly important role for how like lacking his character seemed to be.
Yeah.
In the anime, he was such a nothing. Like he was just kind of there.
Yeah, he seemed like he was just gonna be one of those like of the weak villains, but then he's like one of Arachne's lead henchmen.
You expect him to be beaten in like the next episode, but now he just kind of stands there and stays.
My favorite's Krona.
Krona's cool.
I love Krona.
Yeah, they got a cool design.
Cool design, fun gimmick with the whole Ragnarok stuff and the sword, and
We made that sword for a cosplay.
we did.
Oh yeah, true.
I don't know where it is, but it was a cool sword.
Mm-hmm.
Just used like black electric tape and wrapped around a bunch of cardboard, but it looked on point.
I agree. Came out really well.
The weapon is the most fun part of any cosplay. You get to carry it in, and they make you put tape on it.
Oh yeah, true.
Because you'd put like actual nails in it, and they're like, "We gotta take those out," because they were just like going through it, so there were sharp points on it.
Oh yeah, true.
It's gotta really work as a weapon.
So I don't know how to deal with this as they're trying to take my weapon from me. So I can go into the anime convention. God, I miss anime conventions.
I know, right? I'm excited for the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Can you imagine how much of that shenanigans they have to put up with, like, all these people acting in characters, they take their weapon from them, and they're just trying to do their job. There's, like, all these people trying to walk in before they're checked.
Yeah.
It's like, sir, yes, I know you got this from Zach, but I heard that from the last fucking cloud, but come on.
And before that, I heard Zach got his from Angeal, and I don't even know who that character is.
I have no idea how, like, the Berserk and Zack from Final Fantasy got their weapons in. The giant buster blades that are, like, giant and actually dangerous. These are crazy.
God, I remember the one Zach cosplayer we saw, he had, like, the prop buster sword, but he actually had, like, magnets in it, so he could slap it on his back.
That's badass.
It was so
looked
cool.
insane.
Mm-hmm. It was just this huge... Like, I don't know what it was made out of, but the fact that he was able to, like, magnetize it to his back piece was so cool. Because he just slap this huge piece back there and then let it go.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I feel so bad in retrospect having made my person go with me to the con where I dressed up as the King of the Cosmos from Katamari.
Oh yeah,
Because I had a boombox on my like belt, so it made like made the Katamari theme as I walked around. It was so loud.
that was awesome. Like, that was well done. I remember there were people walking up to you asking how you made the head.
Yeah, that was great. Somebody
The
stole it
giant,
though.
the giant head you took off and put down at like a vendor booth, and somebody stole it somehow.
Oh,
Stole my fucking head.
It's like a 3 foot wide head that was just like leaning up against something, and someone just made off with it.
Why would they do that? It's my head.
Free cosplay. What if you went back there and someone was wearing that, but like nothing else?
I think it was because I was buying some shitty SNES game, but then afterwards I immediately got distracted and went to buy the Cosplay Deviants calendar book. It got stolen.
Hell
You paid for being horny.
I remember buying the SNES game and then seeing
Yeah,
that
you
my...
said it was shitty, but it was a Christmas gift to me.
Yeah, and then I realized when buying it that my credit card limit had been extended, so I was like, oh, cool, and then I immediately went to buy porn.
Cosplay Deviants, the greatest calendar.
The company owned by Boner Robin.
Oh
I hate him.
God. Do you want to slander Cosplay Deviants some more?
Yeah, I hate Boner. No, I don't actually.
Well,
It's fine.
You had a calendar for a whole year of girls.
It's fine. I think it's... I mean, you gotta respect, like, the size of it. It's a pretty good, like... It's pretty impressive how, like, big they are. But...
I just hate cosplay porn where the character just ends up in just a wig.
But it's not very good. Like, overall, there's a lot of bad cosplays.
Yeah. Like, I get they gotta get to the fucking, but they can still leave some bangles and shit on.
They could do, like, a good cosplay and then take that off and then be more interesting or look more professional or whatever they're going for.
You got all these poor diva cosplayers putting tears in their spandex suits so they can fuck each other.
I know, right? Goddamn.
It's gotta be such an expensive porno.
So true.
I remember. Oh god, that reminds me. Friggin' Shell Hell Bunny. She's the girl who did the original fucking Nerf this twerk thing
Wow.
that went viral.
The one where she farts.
She did actually.
Do you know her? Can we talk to her?
I follow her. I don't think she follows me, but
You should DM her and say you should follow me. Please.
Anyway,
Want an art trade?
I send you porn, you make porn for me.
She like sold the original diva fucking outfit or whatever. Like
With ass sweat and all.
Yeah, with like that as the selling point. It was like the original one she twerked in that viral thing.
That's great.
I hope she
Yeah.
made many dollars out of it.
Me too.
God, I wish I could do that.
One
I'm
day.
sure you could.
Sell my ass sweat. Steven, you look like you're ready to read a fantastic story.
I'm rearing and ripping.
Go ahead.
All right.
For those listening, Elias dropped his phone and I looked at him funny.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, Freddie Benson said as he pointed his camera towards his friends
Fuck off.
Carly, Shay, and Samantha
I'm
Sandbucket.
glad I picked another one.
You see.
I already had that one open.
Yeah.
I'm glad I have different ones then.
Whatever, yeah, I got another. Wait, what? No! No! This one just says coming soon!
Oh,
Fuck!
Did
Well,
you
I
read
think
the
I got
word
another
count?
one. I thought that was page count, but no, that's just 2. Fuck!
no! Fuck.
Then I think I got another one.
Okay.
I wanted to read the Ed, Ed, and Eddie one, damn it!
Coming soon. When was that posted?
2015.
Yeah, I don't think it's coming soon.
No!
That's
It's
upsetting.
okay,
as hell.
I think I got another one in here. Go ahead.
I've got 3 if you need one.
Nah, I got one. Here's one. I don't think we read this one in the past. No. Okay.
We've read some very funny Death of the Kids ones.
Wait.
Yeah.
No, I did read this one. Damn it, this was the Harry Potter one! Where Harry and Hermione killed animals. Fuck! I gotta find another soul in here.
Read the one again where Death the Kid gets picked up at the airport.
Yeah.
That one was funny.
By Hank Hill.
Yeah.
God damn it, I picked this topic and I'm not
Death
prepared.
the Kid's sitting in the back of Hank's truck trying to talk to him on the way home from the airport.
I'm so mad. I gotta find more stories. Go ahead.
I'm the lovable Carly, Carly said.
That's
And
true.
I'm the more lovable Sam. Sam
That's
said
debatable.
on cue. And this is I, Carly, the girls screeched in unison.
You want to say it at the same time?
Okay.
And this is
I,
Carly. Good enough.
Okay, to start this fine web show, Sam is going to jump up and down while eating a sub sandwich, Carly says.
While wearing this tight bikini, I guess.
With
Yeah.
her shoes off.
Hell yeah. With the camera pointed at their shoes.
At her feet. You can see nothing else.
Well, Carly tries to solve a very hard math problem in her head while drinking a can of Wahoo Punch. Sam
Oh, that's
finished.
a classic. I love Wahoo Punch.
And so they did.
Well, imagine it.
They did that.
There were no flaws. It was the perfect gag.
Enough said, I guess. Death City, Nevada, 7:03 p.m. Maka and Soul's apartment, Soul's room. Soul Eater Evans, the 3-star death scythe, was in his room watching iCarly, laughing at the hilarity the two girls were doing on his laptop screen. Hey Soul, said his Meister friend, Maka Albarn, as she came into his room with a plate of cheeseburger sliders in her hand. What do you want?
Yo.
Hell yeah, that's a woman. What are you watching? Soul looked up from his laptop, grabbed a slider from Maka's plate and said, I'm watching iCarly.
The ultimate brooding teen.
This is a perfect fucking team.
Maka comes in with a plate of cheeseburger sliders. That rocks.
This is beautiful.
Can't imagine Maka assembling spy sliders.
What's that? Maka asked as the silver-haired boy bit into the slider and swallowed. Only the coolest, most hilarious web show on the internet. Maka glanced at the two girls. One had brown hair, the other blonde. The blonde eating a submarine sandwich and jumping up and down. The brunette drinking a can of fruit punch with an expression that she could tell that she was thinking too hard. What's the joke? Maka asked. What? Soul said, completely confused.
What do you mean?
What I mean is that I just don't get what's so funny about these girls jumping up and down, eating sandwiches, drinking punch with an expression you could use when you have to go to the bathroom. Really badly.
Soul's like, get out of my room, Maka.
Leave the sliders.
Soul at first looked at Maka, then flashed his trademark toothy grin, patted Maka's head and teased, "Only cool people like myself get this type of humor. A bookworm like you just doesn't get it."
Damn.
Slammed her, ate her fucking food in front of her, called her a fucking bookworm. Watched iCarly.
What a Chad.
Maka got offended by Soul's comment, but instead of hitting him with a book like she always does, she just shrugs it off and teased, "Well, maybe I should get a big book for random humor. Or you could watch it with me and analyze everything about it while I eat these sliders you made. Also, I want to do something to surprise Sam," Soul says, adjusting the webcam that was
What?
connected onto his laptop.
What?
I want to do something to surprise Sam.
How's he
Soul.
gonna do that?
He's
Send
setting
her
up,
an email.
he's setting up his webcam on his laptop. I'm scared. "Who's Sam?" Maka asked. "Is she the black-haired girl or the blonde one?" Soul points to the blonde and says, "That's Sam.
That
And the
one.
black-haired
That
one
one.
is iCarly, the host of iCarly."
Her name is iCarly.
And that is iCarly, the
God.
host of iCarly.
Is Hi Kyle's iCarly still up on YouTube?
Check.
We'll check after.
That video's gold.
Hell yeah.
Gonna
it's-
record a Mystery Science Theater watching of Hi Kyle's iCarly.
God.
Please. And then why isn't the show called iCarly and Sam? Why is the show named after Carly? Soul face palmed himself, sighed, and says, "Will you just be quiet, Maka? You can ask questions after the show." So, Maka stayed quiet as her weapon was adjusting the settings from his webcam on his laptop.
God damn.
I wonder what surprise Soul is for Sam, Maka thought. Meanwhile, in Seattle. "And now on iCarly, we're going to do one of your favorite segments,"
Do you
Carly
have to
said.
do meanwhile if Soul's watching the show live?
Apparently, it got a re-upload 7 years ago that has 1.8 million views.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I remember the one we watched originally didn't have that many views, and it was by Hi Kyle.
Yeah.
This one's called Kyle's Legacy Channel.
Well, I guess Kyle deleted it, but it came back or something. I don't know.
I guess somebody found this and blew it up while we were in the Aether.
It's comedy genius. It's just these grown men doing a shot-for-shot remake of an episode of iCarly.
With no context. The thumbnail is an actual clip from the show, so you can't tell until you watch it. You have to just find this cursed content.
Secret iCarly.
Oh my god. "And now on iCarly, we're going to do one of your favorite segments," Carly said. "And it's not Meatball War," said Sam.
Oh.
"It's the Blam Cam," both girls said in unison.
I thought it was going to be messing with Lubert.
I feel like the Blam Cam needs a sound effect, so put that in post, please.
Okay.
I might.
"Okay, Freddy, who's out there to chatter it up with us?" Carly asked.
I haven't put in a sound effect since I did the spoon dropping in the benchwarmers gag.
Somebody is just like... They're just like, Freddy, call somebody on the phone. Anyone.
And then Soul is at the ready, refreshing his browser so fast.
"We have a guy named Soul Evans from
There it
Death
is.
City, Nevada," Freddy said as he looked from his pair laptop. "Well, let's talk to the Soul person," Sam says. "Roger that, Commander Sam. Don't call me that." Freddy makes the main screen swing forward and sets everything up for the two girls to chat to their special guests.
Freddy was a genius when you think about it.
Yeah. "Hey, Soul," Carly said, looking at the albino-skinned teenage boy with the silver hair, crimson eyes, and shark-esque teeth, accompanied by a girl with blonde hair that was up in pigtails and emerald green eyes. "And who are you?" "Oh, her? That's my friend Maka. Say hi, Maka," the boy said to the girl. "Hello," the girl said with a smile on her face. "Hi," Carly said. "Sam, say hello." But Sam had a weird look on her face. Her cheeks were turning pink. Carly looked at her blushing best friend. Sam, what's wrong? Asked Carly, looking concerned. Sam uttered out. Yo, Sam, what's up? Remember me? It's your loving Oh, no! Yo, Sam, what's up? Remember me? It's your loving cousin, Soul.
What?
Cool shirt you have on, the boy named Soul said to Sam.
Sam wants to fuck her cousin?
That's fine.
Sam's cheeks...
He's 2D.
Sam's cheeks changed from pink to ruby red. Wait a second. Sam, that's your cousin? Carly screeched.
Live on the internet.
No way, Maka screeched as well. Was that the surprise you were talking about, Soul? Yeah. What a cool surprise, wasn't it, Sam? Sam? Soul asked his cousin, who was still blushing. Then, suddenly, Sam ran out of the iCarly studio with her face hidden into her shoulder. Sam! Carly said as she followed her friend out of the door.
Why is she so traumatized?
Freddie, who is confused at the situation, turned the camera towards him and says, While we resolve the situation, please enjoy this pre-recording video of a cat eating a jelly donut.
Ooh.
Then he puts on the video, tells a confused Soul and Maka he'll find a reason why this happened, and runs off. In Death City. What just happened? Soul asked Maka, who was looking at his laptop screen. I don't know, Soul, Maka replied, but it might have been that Sam was very surprised to see you.
What did just happen?
I don't know why they decided to make them cousins if she was going to blush so hard when she saw him.
Right.
Are they really going for that angle?
I hope.
Chapter 2, Soul's Mistake. Oh no, they changed the writing format to point of view.
God, remember when Soul Eater Not the anime fucked up Maka's eyes?
Yeah. Going back, it wasn't as bad as I remember, but it's definitely something else.
It just looks like her design's so perfect in the original, and that one little trick just throws it off so hard. She's Moe now.
I don't like this chapter. I'm skipping to the next one.
You can't.
It's just him talking to himself.
Give us a summary.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see here.
Elias, say something funny.
Okay, sorry, I wasn't prepared for this. Here's a pre-recorded video of a cat eating a jelly donut.
If I could even find that, just imagine audio only.
That sound would be very minuscule.
Just be very quiet.
Okay, so, let's see here.
God, I can't remember which episode the warming
I'm
the
just
bench
gonna-
gag was on,
I'm
but it
just
was really funny.
I'm just gonna fucking read it.
Okay.
Alright, Soul's point of view. What happened? Why did Sam have that weird look on her face? Why did she run off like she was embarrassed to see me or something? This wasn't the cool reunion I thought would happen. Maybe it was that she hasn't seen me ever since she was little. You know, when I was playing piano for her. When I was caring for her like a big brother. When she was the only friend I had. Before I met Maka. Before my weapon blood kicked in and I discovered the DWMA. Before I became a Death Scythe. This was not cool at all.
So this is like post Soul Eater canon, and he's still watching iCarly.
Show's classic.
It's
For
true.
all ages.
It's in syndication.
It's true, the principal was a big fan. He came out of the big pair of pants.
Hello, Earth the Soul, Maka says. She was waving her hand in my spaced out face. I sighed a depressing breath, which made my Meister feel bad for me.
I sighed a sickening garlic breath.
I asked her for more sliders.
A sickening slider belch.
Sigh. Bring me more sliders.
Maka.
I'm so glad you're here.
Just in time.
God, how foul.
Don't beat yourself up, she said, as she tried to comfort me, but all it did was make me feel more crappy than ever before. Then, I snapped. I couldn't take this no longer. Why did this happen? I yelled. I thought she would be happy when I told her. Maybe she was just surprised to see you've grown up to be a big, powerful death scythe, Maka joked. This isn't funny, Maka, I snapped at her. Then I discovered that I shouldn't be angry at my Meister. I should be angry at myself for what I've become, for forgetting what I used to be to Sam, for changing my reputation, for being such a complete idiot, for being the worst cousin ever. What's he done wrong?
He said, "Hey, Sam, how's it going?"
He used to be her best friend, and then he betrayed her by leaving her forever, and then he came and said hi to her, but he didn't do it in a very romantic fashion. He was just like, hey, what's up?
It could have been I Soul. But alas, Carly stepped in where Soul dropped the ball
I guess
to
I just
become a weapon.
Can't understand the bond between cousins.
Fuck cousins.
Mine just likes my posts on Facebook sometimes.
Nice.
But I've only posted like twice in the last 2 years.
And they're ready.
Ready with the like button.
You know what? I'm sorry for yelling at you. I need a shower to calm down. Then I'll explain everything to you, Maka, I said as I left my bedroom and slamming the door behind me. I knew that it wasn't my partner's fault for changing from quiet piano prodigy to becoming one of Lord Death's personal weapons. It was mine. As I took off my clothes and stepped into the shower, I realized something about myself. That sometimes I did make mistakes in my life. Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah, what'd you
so
realize?
funny? Explain it.
I mean, he's thinking about a girl, he takes off his clothes, he realizes something, I don't know.
You think you can turn Justice Wiener into a little scythe?
Yeah.
A little perfect spherical handle rod.
Ow.
You know how sometimes scythes have like that middle rod that sticks out they can grab?
Why the fuck did they give Maka half weapon blood and then get rid of that at the end?
I mean, in the manga, that was the end.
That didn't happen in the manga, I don't think, did it?
Yeah, that was like the resolution to the manga because Death the Kid became a full, he got his full white ring and she got her full scythe form and they fought the guy, the Kishu.
But it's like in the anime, it happens, but then it just gets disregarded and she uses bravery to win the day.
I don't know why they even brought it up in the anime. It happens like at the end of the manga.
Yeah, it's like the last episode. It's really weird.
I guess they talked to him and he was like, yeah, this is going to happen at the end, so make sure to include this.
And they're like, oh shit, we forgot it. So they put in this like minute fight scene of it. And then she gets knocked on her ass, and then she wakes up, and then she's not a weapon anymore, and it's never brought up again.
But you brought it up to say that she also has a small middle rod that sticks out of her crotch, right?
Yes.
Thank you.
Chapter 3, Sam's story.
Oh. It's like Metal Gear Solid.
Seattle, Washington, Carly's sweet room. Thank God it's not the point of view stuff anymore.
Hear Otacon come on. Sam.
Sam, what's going on?
Carly.
I don't want to talk about it.
Carly in the codex at the bottom of the screen. Sam, what's going on?
Remember when they were in like fucking season 4 and they finally decided to give Carly a bedroom?
Oh yeah.
Like the things, there's like a fire or something, and then her old quote-unquote bedroom got burned down, so they filled it up with shit like a ice cream sandwich sofa and other things, and then that was all of a sudden like one of their big sets. But they would always just go upstairs and be done with it.
I just like the way you said that. Her fucking room burned down, so I filled it with shit.
They needed an excuse for the room to be epic suddenly.
That's true.
Carly and Freddie
They had a fucking 3-story apartment set up.
Right?
Spencer doesn't make money. God damn. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Carly and Freddie searched everywhere for Sam. That is, until they find Sam in Carly's room on her bed, soft sobs escaping from her behind Carly's pillow. Sam, Carly said as she sat next to her sobbing best friend.
Go away, Sam yelled through the window. I don't want to talk about it. I have a fat cake, Carly said, knowing that Sam loved fat cakes. That's true, it's true.
I have a fat cake. Sam proceeded to slap Carly's ass like a bongo drum, sobbing nonetheless.
I don't want one, she screeched, surprising Carly. I just want to stay here. Freddie, you go talk to her. Why should I? All she'll do is hit me, Freddie reluctantly said.
Why should I? I fucking hate her.
This is before the crush arc.
But after the Keishan arc in Soul Eater.
Please, for me, Carly asked with her signature puppy dog eyes that Freddie couldn't resist. Freddie sighed, sat next to Sam, and said, Tell us what's wrong. Why did run away from your cousin?
He has to slow it down for her.
Sam looked at her friends, sat up on her knees, and wiped the tears from her eyes. Okay, do you really want to know why I ran away? Sam asked Carly and Freddie. Carly and Freddie nodded.
Are they still playing the video of the cat eating the jelly donut?
Probably. It's on loop.
Play a whole bunch of What's Gibby Thinking About clips.
Mess with Luber like they've never messed with him before.
Look at the 3-second video of Gibby hitting the ground from the ceiling.
Bouncing up and down and up and down.
Yeah.
Before I met you guys, Sam began, I had no friends when I was young. Kids my age were afraid of me and thought I was a menace. There was one kid who did understand and could relate with the same situation. His name was Sol Evans. To other people, he was either a monster with his sharp teeth and deep red eyes, or just a quiet guy who didn't like to socialize with other people. But to me, he was like the big brother I never had. Whenever summer or winter vacation came, he was the only one I wanted to play with. Not Wes, Uncle Romero, nor Aunt Marcella. Did I also forget to mention that the Evans family is rich? Really? Carly asked Sam in awe.
That's what I really liked about them.
Yeah, you see, my Uncle Romero is a world-famous piano player. He even performed at the world's fattest priest. Anyway, Sol and his older brother Wes.
Anyway, now that I've got that gag in, anyway.
Sol and his older brother Wes were gifted musicians. So, when I would come over, it would be filled with beautiful piano or violin music. I would always go to Sol and ask him to play for me. Of course, he would say yes. Whenever I got hurt, he would take care of me. Whenever I needed advice, he always knew the answer. Like I said before, he was like the big brother I never had. So what happened between you guys? Freddie asked. Well, the last time we ever hung out was the last day of our summer vacation. I was leaving for Seattle the next day, so I made sure to give Sol something he could cherish forever.
That doesn't give us much of a time frame.
What summer?
The last summer vacation. This is like 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Maybe they finished school. That was the last summer vacation. I guess middle school because they're in high school at the Deathmeister Academy.
Maybe. I don't know.
Let's see here. Something like a good luck charm for me when he did a recital. So I bought a piano pattern dog collar with a golden collar tag with his name's initials on it.
That's kinky.
Damn. Carly and Freddie looked at their blonde friend with a seriously dog collar type of look. What?
I can see it in my head.
What? I had $50 on me. Anyway, I gave it to Sol, and surprise, surprise, he loved it. He gave me a big hug in return, and afterward he said to me,
You wear it.
I'm so happy you got this for me to put on you.
It's a mite shit. It's kind of shit.
Afterwards he put it around my neck and said, Here you go.
Never talk to me again. He said to me, Sam, no matter what happens to me or you, just remember I'll be the same no matter what. And after I left for Seattle, I met my best friend a few days over a tuna sandwich, Sam said, making Carly giggle. And now we're doing iCarly, and tears began to trickle down the blonde's fair-skinned face. Now that I've seen Soul change, I'm gonna go home. Sam, wait, Carly says. Her friend grabbed her fat cake and ran out of Carly's room, slamming the door behind her. What do I do now? Carly thought to herself. Alright. Chapter 4, Maka Hears, is the short one.
Maka hears what?
Webcam never got turned off.
The web show never got turned off.
The microphone is still with them. Freddy's been holding it on his shoulder like absentmindedly.
He's just been running with the camera.
Playing the audio of the conversation for the world.
Just has the huge camera on him, and he's like just totally brain dead that he forgot he's filming this.
Sam, we're gonna need another take.
This is good TV, Sam.
Sam, I'm gonna need another take of that fat cake. Please!
Maka's point of view. I feel really bad for Soul. He really wanted to surprise.
Why?
He went right to the bathroom after I fed him those sliders.
He really wanted to surprise his cousin, but all he did was get all frustrated when Sam ran away. So, while he was in the shower, I decided to make some of my homemade chocolate chip cookies to cheer him up.
My homemade chocolate chip sliders. Anime characters eating normal ass food is so funny to me.
Yeah.
Like, just thinking of them going to, like, TGI Fridays.
They're in an American city.
I know, it's just funny.
TGI sliders.
TGI Death City.
After that, I put the cookies on a plate and poured 2 glasses of cold milk before putting them on a little table that was next to our couch.
See?
He just ate. He does not need more.
It makes him feel better.
When I finished, I sat down and all of a sudden...
That milk's gonna get warm fast.
Yeah, pour a cold glass of milk and then wait for him to take an entire long hot shower.
A shower where he's specifically going to think about
You
things.
should have put it in the bathroom for him. For the condensation to
Should
enjoy.
poured it under the door so he could lap it up.
Knock on the door and say, Soul, I'm coming in. I have cookies and milk.
I'm in the shower. I can't.
I'm coming in.
I can't eat these. I can't reach the counter from in here. I don't know what you want from me.
I'm gonna toss him over the shower curtain and catch him.
They're already soggy.
My milk is warm. I'm holding it in the shower. I can't put it down anywhere.
My milk's immediately watered
I'm
down.
gonna pour the milk slowly underneath the shower curtain.
I dropped the glass, and now there's glass in the shower. There's milk and glass.
Why didn't you catch
Cookie
him?
crumbs.
She hears him pour the milk onto the floor in the shower.
Over the shower. She hears. She can pinpoint the sound of milk pouring out
I have
of
a
the glass.
story.
Over.
I have a story.
Oh yeah.
One time at my dad's house, they were watching like TV in the living room, and like the shower, like the bathroom is connected by a door to the living room at my dad's house. So I went to take a shower, and I peed in the shower, and then I got out, and I immediately met face to face to my dad, and he goes, "I heard 2 streams in there."
Oh no!
And I think I've never been more embarrassed in my life.
Holy shit!
I've never forgotten it.
Now that you say it, that story does come back to me.
I was like,
funny.
from that point on, I've always, if I've had to pee really bad in the shower, I've always like squatted so it wasn't super noticeable because I've just been so stressed out. My dad instilled that fear in me.
Staring you dead in the eye as you open the shower door. I heard 2 streams in there.
It's so funny in retrospect, but
Like your one piss stream has a different frequency than the shower
because
head.
I'm like pretty sure he didn't actually know, but I couldn't have been sure. So like I was
There's no way to prove him wrong because he's not.
Your dad
Yeah.
sits there, his ears ringing as he can detect
Yeah.
2 different streams of water.
Well, he's watching stuff with his girlfriend.
yeah.
His ears perk up like a dog.
I don't know, cause like if you hear like the pitter patter of like the shh, and then you hear like a on top of that, I don't know.
I'm just.
Maybe-
Why did he bother?
It's
What
funny.
did he do?
This is the man that would see his daughter in the living room, see a cockroach on the wall, slap it against the wall, and then tell his daughter to clean it up.
I forgot all about that. Holy shit.
Your dad's a fucking bro.
He is the same guy who said, "Oh yeah, watch this. My, can't touch this." Then hammer danced over and kicked a can of soda over.
He finally started to like me coming over when I started wearing those yellow pants.
He always referred to me as suspenders, and I never got over it.
Your dad fucking talked him into a corner. God, dads are so funny.
I agree.
Anyways,
We should just do a dad cast.
There's no way any of that. There's no way the story can top that. The rest of that. So I'm just gonna say, this left me alone, wondering what can I do.
I give that story 2 streams out of 5.
I give it Maka replacing the water stream with hot milk for a moment.
Boiling milk.
Boiling milk.
I give that a iCarly redo, iCarly not, where they have Sojo eyes.
Oh.
iCarly not. I not Carly.
I go to Vegas not.
Oh, it's iCarly, but instead of an I, it's a friggin' exclamation point, because in fucking coding, it's a friggin'
Mhm.
Not.
yeah.
Yeah.
Not Carly.
Oh my god.
That's awesome. When iCarly runs all the way up those stairs and then leaves a can of Dr. Death Pepper, whatever the fuck that gag was. And she's like, "You made it. Here's your soda, and that'll rehydrate you." Okay, now that we've gotten all of our funny stuff out of the way, talking about dads and shit, and iCarly, I guess. I'll go ahead and read mine that I found haphazardly while you were reading that one.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Haddonfield, Illinois, 1998. Are you sure you want to do this? I mean, having such a high-profile patient in our facility puts a lot of pressure on our staff, Dr. Chalice said as he thumbed through the medical files. The man was in his 80s and had suffered a ton of mental trauma in the past 20 years. Dr. Chalice, I understand you had your own experience in the spotlight in Santa Maria in 83, but yours was just a mental collapse. I can no longer take care of him and he needs help. The dementia thing just isn't working out, ranting and raving about some guy in a mask, the nurse said. Chalice winced at the word mask. It was in 1983 when he filed a lawsuit against the Silver Shamrock Mask Company for wrongful death of millions of children because of supported defective masks.
Oh no.
He even remembered the stupid theme song that sounded like London Bridge is falling down, telling kids to watch the magic pumpkin that supposedly would kill them. Drug tests later came to light that Chalice had ingested 24 hits of LSD and saw the bugs and snakes coming out of the masks. Silver Shamrock was cleared and Chalice was considered a quack who now is working in an assisted living facility in the middle of BF, Illinois. Is it Illinois or Illinois?
I mean, it's up to you. I say Illinois.
I'll say Illinois. That makes me sound smarter. We'll admit him, but we need to keep the media out of this after what happened here in 95. I don't think it would be proper to let everyone, and their mother, the great Sam Loomis is still alive, Chalice said, filling out some forms. You said they never found the body? He said, his pen making scritch noises on the paper. I got the fake death certificate and all. Nobody will know, the nurse said, and signed her name. I'll be glad to get him out of my hair, she said and walked out of the door. Dr. Dan Chalice had just admitted the man who faced evil himself and lived to tell the tale. The question was, would he be up to the task? 2010, Death City, Nevada, October 29th. Come on, Black Star, it wasn't that bad, Maka said as she plucked the DVD out of the player that had just finished watching Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, and out of all of them, Black Star was the least happy. He totally fucked up the series. White horses and pumpkin children. What's next, Michael versus Pinhead? Black Star grumbled.
I hate the... No, actually, I love this. The concept of Black Star being a fucking movie buff.
Being a YouTube critic.
Yeah.
Black Star's gonna make YouTube videos about this.
Black Star's gonna sign with the guy with the glasses. It couldn't be as bad as the third one with the masks. At least this one had some cool kills, Sol said, grabbing the bowl of popcorn and plucking out a kernel shard. Besides, this one was more artistic. The others were hack and slash. Zombie was going for a different edge this time. The first one was just a rehash of Carpenter's, he said and began licking the salt out of the bowl. Sol, knock it off. I hate to clean your tongue marks off my good bowls, Maka said and grabbed the bowl. Patty was still hiding under her blanket. She had been since the beginning of the marathon. That poor traumatized girl.
Sat her through the fucking rape scene in the first one, that poor woman.
Patty, Rob Zombie's rape scenes are necessary for his art to be expressed.
It needs to show that Michael Myers has a sense of,
Patty, look.
anti-rape.
Do it, do it, do it! Hey, come on, look, it's funny, they're loony people.
It's funny, the security officers are corrupt, and Michael Myers kills them for being corrupt. He's really the good guy, except for when he's not. But this scene redeems him.
Except for the next scene where he immediately kills an innocent person.
Yeah, but...
This movie really makes you conflicted, Patty.
I remember we watched that movie with a friend and he got horny at that scene.
It's very true, it's very true.
But he also got freaked out by Paranormal Activity. That was a bootleg that your aunt made on filming it in the theater and then made into DVDs for us to enjoy.
I will never forget. My dad had just this stack of bootleg DVDs that his friend gave him that were just these blank DVDs scrawled.
And like they seem like we didn't even like think of it at first because they seemed like it didn't seem like it was filmed, but then all of a sudden like the camera like goes down. So it's like they were hiding it or something. So there's just like a weird bit of black in the middle of the movie. And then it goes back. It's like, oh, this is filmed in the movie theater. Cool.
Remember when we tried to watch a bootleg of the Ghostbusters 2016 remake and the PS2 and 3 wouldn't let us?
Yeah.
Like, how does the PS2 have a anti-bootleg thing? That was insane.
I know, right? My God. I was shocked. Oh God, I was shocked the PS3 caught it. To be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like the PS3, but especially the PS2. There's no like internet connection.
Yeah,
how does it read?
Yeah.
Oy vey. Where's Kid? Liz asked as she got up to stretch her legs. Maka looked at her and jerked her thumb towards the bathroom.
Jerked her thumb into Patty's eye.
He's been in there since they showed the new Michael mask. Something about symmetry. He's been throwing up since the second act, Maka said and set the bowl in the sink. It was then she heard the sound of a cat come from the apartment's front door. It was her stepmother, Blair.
Stepmother?
Her father's spirit had married her after only 2 months of dating and loud sex that she could hear through the wall.
Sounds real.
I could see that.
That's hilarious. Blair would never settle down. Anyway, opening the door, Blair walked in with a fish clamped tightly in her mouth. Her claws made clicking sounds on the floor.
You're a married woman. You should not be a cat still.
Why not? What if he likes that?
She doesn't need to catch fish. I don't know.
It's part of her gimmick.
She's still seducing the fucking food, dude.
He says, honey, I do not like the gag where you have raw fish in your mouth and it makes your breath smell bad. Please stop.
Please, God.
She's part cat. She loves fish. She can't get enough.
Sorry, I'm part cat. I have to eat the raw fish like this.
She's got a sandpaper tongue, too.
Honey, no cat form in the house.
No kibble.
If you're in cat form, it's got to be outside my house.
That's why she went to Maka's. So she can be a cat. So, she then transformed and removed the fish, placing it in the refrigerator.
Oh.
Okay, it's better.
Who'd you have to fuck to get that one, Blair? Maka said. Blair put her hands on her hips.
Maka's going for the fucking kill.
Maka got bold after watching the Rob Zombie Halloween trilogy, Duology. Maka, I wish you would stop treating me like a whore and more like your mother, Blair said. Maka spun around.
What's the difference?
The gang was in for some domestic drama.
I thought they were gonna say domestic violence.
She slapped her. She slapped her. She slapped her again.
Fucking crush Maka's head with her titties like a fucking watermelon.
She'd Halloween cannon her into ISIS. What if you were watching one of those ISIS videos and one of them did the Halloween cannon?
I'll stop you right there. I'm not watching one of the ISIS videos.
This is too many things, my brain.
First of all, Blair, if my resume included stripper, then I would consider it. Second, I can't fucking stand you. All you do is dry hump my male friends and have sex with my dad every night. You are not my mother, and I'll never treat you like her because you're a whore. Maka said, Blair's eyes welled with tears.
I don't know. Having sex with your dad every night does sound like a motherly thing to do.
And all of her male friends.
Spirit's gonna bring her a fucking like childhood home video shit, and that's gonna be all her mother did.
Her mother was also a cat, but for real. I just want you to love me, to treat me as a part of your family, Blair said as she turned and stormed off to her room just as Maka's father stepped in.
Oh no.
They don't live together.
No, they do now.
I guess this is after campus and she couldn't get a job being a meister because that's not a real job. So she doesn't have anywhere to go but daddy's. Damn it, Maka, not again! Why can't you just respect Blair and treat her as your mother? I mean, there is nothing wrong with her. Dad, you met her at a nightclub that doesn't say much. She'll never be my mother, so get used to it, Maka said. Spirit sighed and went to console Blair. A mental hospital in California.
Oh no.
Why did they get all the way over there?
This is a scene transition.
Oh.
Laurie Strode had been sitting in her room. The nurse had already come with the pills. The doctor said if she took them, then she wouldn't be there long. She was there for a reason. She had killed a paramedic who she thought was her brother, Michael Myers. Myers, of course, had visited her in '98, attacking her son and killing her boyfriend. It was 2002 when she encountered him again. He had stabbed her and she fell off the roof of the hospital. Luckily, an orderly found her and revived her in time. Now she and her son would be reunited. Oh no, it just said attacking her son, but killed her boyfriend. Okay.
Mm.
She knew her purpose was to kill him, but how do you kill evil? Nobody could kill evil. She remembered meeting a plucky young director named Carpenter in '80 when she was writing her memoir on the night her brother had tried to kill her. The book had sold over 1 million copies and was influenced by the movie Halloween. Now there were 10 of these movies. I don't like this universe where Laurie Strode and these people are real, but the events also influenced the series of movies.
They've been serialized.
Mm-hmm. And the Rob Zombie Halloween is real. And Soul and Mako watched it together.
And I said, it wasn't very good, even though it really happened.
Rob Zombie's not the best.
Black Star's saying the films have gone downhill, even though they really happened.
I don't really like these documentaries.
I don't like the redesigns. Real designs of real people.
Yeah, but we didn't need to see Michael as a human. He was just evil. He saw his sister's titties and that ruined him. Incest will turn you evil. Never forget that, children. You think children listen to the show?
Yes.
Cool. Let's see, where was I?
No, actually, our statistics show it's mostly ages 18 to 25.
Cool.
How many of that is women?
Not very many.
Ladies, what can we do to get more of your kind? Comment below. Looking at the research database on John Carpenter, who said the idea for Halloween had come from one place, a dream, the same with the other directors of the film. They all had the same dream. Then she looked up the word Keishan in the database. Keishan was a word that frequently popped up in these interviews. They knew that somehow he was one of them, but what was it? Then she then saw a flashback from the night in 78, the year she was attacked and the year Carpenter made his movie at the same time. He was eating a blue thing, lifting up his mask and eating something. Was I high? Lori said as she looked at her clock. 12 a.m. on the West Coast. She needed some sleep. She'd sort things out in the morning. Haddonfield. Lisa and Barry were in the old shaggin' wagon again. He had bought the van from a used car dealer and tricked it out with carpet for lovin'. Lisa was taking off her bra as the sounds of My Chemical Romance were softly flowing out of the speakers. Barry cupped her breasts and kissed her, letting her give a moan before going on to the lovemaking. It always got hot and heavy in the van. Just before he was going to make love to her, he remembered something. "Shit!" he said. Lisa looked at him. "What?" Lisa said, fidgeting with his pants button. "I need to run inside and get some condoms. I'll be right back," Barry said. Lisa shielded her breasts as the door slid open. Barry walked over to his house and opened the door.
They have a house? Why do they need the van?
Jesus Christ.
That is true. Like, it's one thing to like take your van out somewhere to like have a thing, but just in your
driveway?
in your driveway
They're
of your house.
They're camping.
Just like, that's...
Yeah, that's redundant. See, Barry looked at Lisa looked out the van's back window and sighed.
Wait, hold on. Have any of you guys had sex in a car?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Also outside somebody's house.
Was it nice?
It's overrated.
It's not... There's not a lot of space in there.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on if you have a big car.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a shaggin' wagon.
If you have if you have a car where the seats in the back go down.
Ever since I was a child, I always wanted a perfect recreation of the Ed and Eddie van. The purple with the hot rod flames and the waterbed in the back.
There we go.
You could make your dreams a reality.
I could. Donate to the podcast.
Gotta get the Cankermobile going.
It does not sound like a good name for a love van.
Shaggin' wagon.
The Canker Mobile.
Oh. The canker sore.
Oh.
You could have just came outside of me. You could have just came outside of me, asshole, she said and lay back in the van. I guess that's true.
That makes him the asshole.
He could have came in her asshole.
Yeah, I'll just pull out if I remember.
I'm thinking about it.
If I feel like it.
I'll let you know right before I do if I'm gonna do it or not.
It's like, wait, what?
Alright, I'm getting close. Are you gonna do it?
I'm still
it's too late.
Maybe next time.
Better luck next time.
Ooh, I forgot. I reminded you.
You know how forgetful I am.
We can try again.
I can go. I don't even know who Barry and Lisa are.
Doesn't matter. They're
They're Ed and
sex
Eddie
in their
characters for
driveway.
as far as I can tell. Damn cartoon characters having sex in their driveway.
Oh.
That's so annoying. It's clearly just a waste of everyone's time, energy. She said and laid back in the van. The CD had stopped. Dead silence had filled the van. All that could be heard was the night sounds of wind and leaves. It was then she felt as if she was being watched. A loud thud hit the door. Thinking it was a signal from Barry, she opened the door. It was Barry. His head had been cut off and was thrown against the door.
Oh.
His body lay on the sidewalk.
Oh no.
I hope there's a condom over his neck hole.
Blown
neck
up like a
bone.
balloon.
The big neck bone. Holy shit, not good, Lisa said and grabbed her cell phone to dial 911, but then she felt a large hand grasp her long hair and pull it back. She could feel a blade slice through her throat, gurgling sounds escaping her mouth.
I guess the characters weren't important.
No, they were just horny. The hand then let go and pulled himself out of the van as a glowing orb floated out of her body. Michael lifted up his mask and swallowed her soul. Somehow teenage souls tasted the best to him.
Does he do that?
No.
I didn't think so. I haven't seen the Rob Zombie ones. I don't know if he does that.
If he absorbs their souls?
I don't know.
No, in the Rob Zombie movies, he does not in fact kill people and then
Absorb
pick
their
pick up their fucking souls like a little mochi ball and then slip it into his mouth underneath his mask.
Oh, it's the Soul Eater thing. Okay,
Yeah.
now I get it.
Dr. Sam Loomis did not use Witch Hunter on Michael Myers and slice him in twain.
Oh my god.
He did not unlock the power of the Keishan Hunter move.
He does not.
his big knife. His weapon.
Fucking
Giant rock.
Howard Loomis.
No, he has a gun.
Yeah,
He very much likes to shoot Michael.
Mm.
He gets a giant Death the Kid gun. This old, real human being.
I meant that Michael Myers would have a weapon.
Oh.
He's a Meister.
Who do you think his weapon would be?
Sitting in Deathmeister Academy with his big mask on.
It's like when they draw one of those really like bulky, hyper-realistic characters next to all the anime characters.
Yeah.
God, there's one like that in the latest chapter or latest volume of Comey I was reading last night, and that made me laugh. Just having this really like big, like serious-looking character next to all these gags. It's good.
It's probably a quiche and he just swallowed a fucking machete.
Yeah, Michael Myers is gonna become a Keishan. He's eating human souls. You're not supposed to do that.
That's true.
Oh,
They're gonna put him in a bag made of his own skin, made of his own jumpsuit.
I'm gonna put him in a Walmart to-go bag and swing him around really fast until he dies.
Remember when he flicked his finger at Black Star and shattered his brain?
That was a good animation.
Sweet.
I liked that.
He flicked his finger like it was a rubber band,
Mm-hmm.
and it warped Black Star's perspective.
Poor guy.
Meanwhile, a 91-year-old Sam Loomis was screaming at the top of his lungs.
Old ass man.
Shady Acres Rest Home. See, why did they have the page break there? And what they introduced Sam Loomis here anyway? He's got another one! He's got another one! Dr. Loomis shouted. The nurse rushed into his room and began checking his monitors. Damn it, he's going into cardiac. Tell Dr. Chalice to get here, quick. Dr. Chalice walked up Loomis with a shot, a sedative to relax him. No, damn you! You've got to believe me! He's out there! He just killed 2 kids! He ate their souls! Loomis shouted just as the needle punctured his skin and he drifted off.
The soul part makes him even less believable.
He ate their souls!
Yeah, okay, old man.
He looked like me! Crinkly Wrinkly.
Oh my god.
Dr. Sam Crinkly Wrinkly. He always does this. Better call the sheriff's department to check it out. Lord knows he'll ask about it in the morning, Chalice said and walked out of the room. Death City, Shinigami-sama's room. It ends here. This reign of madness ends here, Shinigami-sama said as he looked at Michael walk down the street. He looked at the list on his top meisters and weapons. I hope they can pull this off, Shinigami said as he filled out the assignments for Black Star, Maka, and Kid. They were to report in Haddonfield immediately. There's 4 more chapters. This is definitely past our word limit, so we can stop here if you'd like.
So is he about to send off the kids to go fight Michael Myers?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty funny. That's okay. They did it at the end.
They did it. It went.
I like the part in the beginning when Mako was screaming that the witch is a whore.
She said, "Fuck off, Blair. Leave my house."
You fucking slut.
I do like the thought of Michael Myers and machete like clashing with a witch hunter, and there'd be like anime sparks.
Yeah.
This is normal ass, just whatever knife he found.
Yeah.
It does sound like a cool fight because he has a very short range, so it'd be really powerful.
True.
He can move at the speed of sound, but only when you can't see him.
I give. Let's see here. I give that a Black Stars Monster Madness out of 10.
I give that one unused condom.
I give that one coming an asshole.
Okay.
Yours better be good.
I have a couple short ones.
We've had bangers so far.
I have 2 that I'm not sure which one I should do. One's not really a crossover, so I guess I'll do the other one.
Epic.
I mean, I don't. I'll see what it is.
Hit it, Mr. Big Shot.
4 a.m. Guantanamo Bay, Cuba.
Is this Harold and Kumar?
No. It was a rainy night in the big bad prison. Medusa was hanging out in her prison cell after being arrested for murder, child abuse, bribery, theft, attempted mass genocide, driving a camel on the highway, and dying.
Dying? Arrested for dying?
Driving a camel on the highway.
Bored, 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 Medusa said. She was so bored that she just kept saying bored. Bored, 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 she said. However, she heard footsteps coming from outside her cell. What could that be? Medusa said. It was one of the guards. Well, today is your lucky day, the guard told Medusa. You're finally going to be free, he said. Wait, but don't I have 50 more years stuck in here? Medusa asked. She was just curious. That's my place. And whatever the guard said wouldn't change what she did. You're being let out early due to good behavior, the guard said. Oh, okay, she said. Happy
50
that she
years
was
early.
happy she was finally free. She walked through the prison, hiding her true intentions until she was out of the facilities. Then all hell broke loose. Medusa started killing everybody with her powers, and got into a buggy. She drove it across the prison, running over tons of guards. It's a gag. Meanwhile, in a prison watchtower, a terrified guard contacted the warden, saying, Sir! What? The warden said. One of the ex-prisoners just started killing all the guards, sir, and is running them over with one of our buggies, the guard said.
Ex-prisoners, as if she couldn't do this when she was a prisoner.
And, the warden said,
I don't think they have, like, sea stone shackles like in One Piece to turn off her witch powers.
Right.
Yeah. She doesn't have a driver's license, the guard said. Suddenly, the warden got really pissed and shouted across the entire facility. He didn't even need an intercom. All units! Kill the ex-convict! Send out everything we got! Soldiers, helicopters, tanks, and fire trucks all came to take Medusa down.
Oh my god.
Fire trucks.
Just then, Medusa hopped onto a low-hanging chopper and tossed out the guards. She then hijacked it. It's like GTA. Laughing as she flew out of the radar's sight straight into the Caribbean Sea.
Sorry, I need this.
It was time to get revenge. Revenge on Maka. Revenge on death. Revenge on the whole world.
Good luck making it out of Guantanamo.
Beep presents SCGTOAOR U2OO LEFO RP Chapter 1.
What?
The Chaos Begins. It's just written like that. I don't know why it's spaced. They're not words. I guess it's an abbreviation for the title, maybe?
Maybe.
This guy's name is also impossible to say. It's just a bunch of random letters, so it might just be intentional.
Maybe.
Or it could be like a formatting issue with
Who
fanfiction.
knows? Who knows?
Anyways, Chapter 1, The Chaos Begins. Later that day, back in the Death Weapon Meister's Academy, Maka and Soul were playing Turtles in Time.
Yeah.
It was glorious. The gloriousness was soon ruined when Guanum came in and told them, Your Majesty, Medusa, and his minions have seized the island of whatever the town from Goof Troop is called.
Your Majesty.
This is already beautiful.
How can we help? Maka said. It is written, only you guys can defeat Medusa, Guanum said.
Whatever the city from the Goof Troop is called.
Oh my god.
Great, I'll grab my stuff, Maka said. There's no time, Soul. Oh, okay, no.
Your mind broke YouTube pooping.
There's no, switch of who said it. There is no time. Soul is enough, Guanum said. Then Maka and Soul got bored and ran to the town where Goof Troop takes place.
Fuck you, Maka. Nobody needs you.
There is no time. I want to watch Dino Time.
Mahaha! I am Medusa, and I am evil, Medusa said.
And I am mean.
She was in Goofy's house.
Oh no!
What do you need? Goofy said. He and Max were watching the Langoliers.
That's a shitty movie.
What is this?
The Langoliers?
What is the Langoliers?
It's a Stephen King, made-for-TV film series of two-parter movie series where this group of people are stuck in, a time rift where they're at an airport and they're basically stuck in time, except for in the airport, inside the airplane, the time's going normal for some reason. But that's not important. What's important is there are these little meatballs with teeth that are coming to shred them for existing outside of the timeline.
What a fucking movie just for Goofy and Max to be watching together.
Yeah, some shitty made-for-TV Stephen King movie.
Such a boring movie.
The
for these...
Langoliers. They could be watching any number of gag comedies, but they picked the Langoliers.
What do you need? Goofy said. He and Max were watching the Langoliers. Scaring the little girl, Mr. Toomey said, a character from the Langoliers. Gosh, this is funny, Goofy said.
I just sitting in front of the TV with sci-fi on.
Excuse me, I'm evil and I'm right here and I'm being ignored, Medusa said. We're trying not to look at you because you're going to turn us into rocks, Goofy said. No, I'm not like that. I'm Medusa, said Medusa. I'm just really evil and stuff. I'm just a bad guy, she said. Gosh, Goofy said.
We're trying not to look at you. We really want to watch the Langoliers.
You'll turn us into rocks.
So she's just standing over there, and they're just
yelling at them.
Glued to the TV out of fear for their lives, but not really.
Not really. They just want to watch the movie. Like, I don't really want to.
You'd really do something if we looked at you. So we better keep looking at this movie.
Better keep watching the Langoliers.
This is a funny movie.
Well, your Max is the good part, I promise.
See, there's one of the meatballs.
I'm just really evil and stuff. I'm just a bad guy, she said. Gosh, Goofy said. It's a bad guy, Max. Kill it. Okay.
Holy shit.
Max said as he pulled out an RPG-type gun. It was the boop gun. It was a gun that shot the boops from the Goof Troop game on Super Nintendo Entertainment System. It was a good game. You've probably already heard of it because of the Game Grumps. Anyways, Max fired like crazy at Medusa, who tried to dodge them but just couldn't resist the boopiness. So Medusa, scared of what would happen should there be any more booping, ran for her dear life and teleported away.
She scuttled out of there like a crab.
Gosh, Max, you did good, Goofy said. He was proud of his son for shooting up Medusa. Just then, something broke their wall. Stop, Medusa, or whoop! Huh? Maka said. Where is she? Oh, are you talking about that crazy lady who just came in here talking about how she was evil and stuff? Because she just ran away after my son shot her up with the boop gun, Goofy said.
Eyes glued to the TV.
Not even looking at her. You guys took down Medusa? Maka said. I guess so, Goofy said. Well, Maka said, now she'd seen everything. Soul was busy trying out the boop gun. They could tell because they heard PJ next door screaming while being pelted by boobs.
Oh no, PJ.
Come on, Soul. Medusa's not going to stop herself, Maka said. As they went back to Deathweaponmeister Academy.
They didn't even try to look for her.
We may have won the battle, but the war has just begun.
It's handled.
So they flew back into the Deathweaponmeister Academy. Death the Kid was organizing his room. Black Star was playing Call of Duty. Tsubaki and the Thompson sisters were out on a road trip. Lord Death was talking to Spirit. And the lady from Star Wars Christmas Special was stirring and whipping.
Oh God, I hate that woman.
Guys, this is super important. Medusa's back, Maka screamed. Cool, Black Star said, and then yelled into the mic. Lol, you just got pwned, fag.
Damn.
Let's go.
Death the Kid started having a panic attack and jumped out of the building. Death and Spirit weren't listening. The Star Wars Christmas Special lady said, stir, whip, 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 stir. Maka and Soul were not amused. But neither was Death when he realized what had happened. Well, now you're more powerful and stuff, so just do it. Just kill Medusa again, Death said. Well, you see, about that, Maka said. One day, Soul and I were out doing things when we got abducted by aliens, and they drained our power, Maka explained to Lord Death.
Like a video game.
Lord
Back
Death.
to level 1.
Well, Lord Death responded, well, to put this in the nicest and most elegant way possible, shit, Lord Death said, as he had a potty mouth, kind of. Then Lord Death ballsily said, I'm sending you two to boot camp. To be continued. The end.
Oh, I want more.
I'm glad Guanum was the one to send him on the mission.
Yeah. I'm glad in Hylian it's written that Soul and Maka.
We'll go to defeat Medusa.
Yeah.
I rate that 2 feet up on Goofy's sofa because he's not going anywhere.
I rate that 2 out of the 2 parts of Langoliers, the movie.
Oh God. I don't know, that was too good.
You rate that too good.
Yeah.
Incredible. God, I love Soul Eater. It really does have a special place in my heart. Then the second anime I watched after that was Ouran High School Host Club.
Wow.
You guys watch Shiki yet?
No, I heard it mentioned somewhere recently, though, so it's not totally dead.
I mean, I liked it, but the only reason I watched it was because it was on Comcast On Demand for free. And, like, I didn't have an internet connection, like, proper at the time or something. No, it's because I would go to my grandma's house, and she didn't have internet. So I'd be, like, I was also in that phase in high school where you just needed to consume anime. So I, like, watched Shiki, I watched Heaven's Lost Property, watched a bunch of stuff on just, like, whatever free things they had available. This was before Toonami came back, too, so it was just no anime on TV.
God, I miss being able to just watch something and not have to multitask. I watched all of One Piece. I watched a bunch of anime.
Yeah, I've been rewatching Dragon Ball Z on my other monitor while I've been doing stuff. I just finished the Frieza saga. Holds up pretty well.
I tried to watch that, and I was interested in watching the part where he first went Super Saiyan, so I was, like, skimming for that episode. But it's long. It's, like, a lot happens to that point, and, like...
Oh, yeah. The Namek saga is huge, and specifically the fight with Frieza.
Yeah.
It's so much.
So, I mean, I was trying to just watch that fight because I wanted to, like, rewatch it, but it was just, like, so long. I couldn't really just skim it.
Yeah. I had first, like, given Dragon Ball Z a rewatch back in high school, so it was, like, my first time, like, outside of cable. So I watched it then, and I was like, this is pretty cool. I enjoyed it, but I had never watched the original Dragon Ball, so I didn't really care much for the Saiyan and the Frieza sagas. The Cell saga is still my favorite, but I didn't really appreciate the other ones. But now that I've seen the original Dragon Ball and gone back to watch them, I do have much more of an appreciation for the classic Dragon Ball Z stuff.
I also like the original Dragon Ball a lot. It's got a nice vibe.
Mm-hmm. It's just the world they build up is so nice, and all the characters are really fun.
Yeah, it's a little bit disappointing that it becomes so like about aliens when there's so much good stuff that takes place on the world.
It's like it makes sense from a writing perspective, since the series climaxes with Goku finally being the number one, so it makes sense to broaden the horizons. But I do still miss it, just because Earth loses pretty much all of its mythos as soon as Raditz crashes down.
Yeah.
Like, literally in Dragon Ball, there's a short arc of after the martial arts tournament with Piccolo where Goku and Chi-Chi go on an adventure to basically, the doorway to heaven and hell to go get a Bancho fan.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But they have their own adventure, and then everything just kind of stops. They tried doing stuff with, Dragon Ball Super, but it just doesn't really hit the same. But that show doesn't really hit the same in general.
I still need to watch Broly.
The Broly movie's fun. It's not... I don't know if I'd call it as much of a good movie as something like Battle of Gods, but it is just a lot of fun. And the animation's spectacular. I enjoyed it. Anyway, that was Soul Eater. But that sprawled into 6 different tangents at the end there. Just reminiscing on old high school anime days where I too got caught up to One Piece back in high school when you could just do that when you didn't have responsibilities.
Right.
So you could just say, okay, time to get caught up.
Time to watch 900 episodes.
Yeah, God, they're on 962 now. But back then it was only up to 600 something. So... which is still a lot, but again, when you're a high schooler, you don't have anything else to do. Yeah. So you can just do that, and it's great.
Yeah.
Okay, Steven, you want to tell us what our next episode is going to be on?
Our next theme will be iCarly.
Ironic.
iCarly.
Oh my goodness, I can't wait.
Did we do an iCarly episode already?
We've read a lot of iCarly stories.
I know we've read a lot of iCarly ones. I don't know if we've done specifically an iCarly episode.
I don't think so. I feel like we've been able to keep it going with mainly huge ones, but let's see.
Yeah, which I'm all for, because as that story showed, iCarly's hilarious.
iCarly's
we
great.
both picked it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is a gold mine of just ridiculous Nickelodeon content. And it's perfect for fan fiction, just on the merit that it's such an internet heavy show.
Oh yeah,
so you can have all these characters come and converge with each other.
While we're on the topic of Soul Eater, I want to say that if you're interested in reading the one where Hank Hill picks up Death the Kid from the airport, it's really good, and it's episode 26 of our show.
Oh yeah, that was our special episode with just Sagan, who now goes by Big Boy Writer.
Yeah.
That episode's so funny. I love the General Tao versus Hank Hill fight.
Yeah.
It's so good. He rolls up he throws a pillar from Megalomart to Hank Hill's house, and Dodon paws a cop car. Oh. And Hank Hill's like, "You just crossed the line." God, go check that one out. It's only on YouTube, unfortunately, and the audio quality's probably not super good, but we had a lot of fun, and we had a special guest on.
Also check out it's just called iCarly Full Episode by Kyle's Legacy channel. That is the Hi Kyle iCarly. It's amazing. It's a very good YouTube video. I'll share it in Discord now if you're on the Discord, but go check it out.
Yeah, join the Discord. That's in the description of this episode, as always, and we've got our Twitter links. You can follow us there. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube, as we're doing all sorts of new shows on there, as well as the podcast. So there's a lot of stuff to check out. Please leave us some comments. Let us know how we're doing, what you think, what you'd like to see from us, so we can improve our craft more and more and make it big.
Alright guys, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time on I Crossing the I Line. I know, you see, somehow the world will change for me and
be so wonderful. Live life. breathe air. I know somehow we're gonna get there and it feels so wonderful. We're gonna do this in the next episode too. I know.
This isn't even the
It's all
outro.
for real. I'm telling you just how I feel. So wake up the members of my nation. It's your time to be. There's no chance unless you take one. And time to see the brightest side of every situation. Some things were meant to be, so give me your best and leave the rest to me. Leave it all to me. Leave it all to me. Just leave it all to me.
Gosh, if everything was on TV, you had no choice but to watch the entire intro of every TV show, so you just have it burned in your mind.
With a bit helpful, no devilish one. Teach her to stomp, but don't call me done. Still struggling like I'm stuck in a trunk. If it ain't cool, it ain't alive. If it is fake, kiss it goodbye. Got no vibe, give it no try. Gotta make things happen on your own, that's right.